People who are perpetrating this don't really understand what they're doing.
By placing clear evidence of Israeli involvement, the people who committed 9/11, who knew in advance there would be people doubting the official story, created the means to label the 9/11 truth movement as anti-Semitic. This also assured the silence of the mainstream media. Bush's complicity was put out there for a similar reason. By connecting Bush to 9/11, all supposedly patriotic Bush supporters would have to admit that they were misled into voting for the most treasonous president and vice president, and by extension, most treasonous political party in American history, in order to believe that the official story was false. The insider trading wasn't done to make money. The insider trading was done to create a sprawling federal investigation that would of course be shut down when the trail led to the wrong people. The investigation was so secretive that we don't even know if half of suspicious trades were ever investigated. Every investigator who didn't accept the incredibly suspicious trades as innocuous just because they didn't implicate Al-Qaeda was silenced. By blocking the investigation, federal investigators were shown who was really in charge.
To pursue or even suggest Israeli spying through Converse is considered career suicide.
9/11 kicked off a campaign to flush out all of the whistleblowers and bring in people the perpetrators of 9/11 could depend on. Just as 9/11 polarized America with its
has to either be with us or against us.
Either you are with us or you are with the terrorists
mentality, the investigation showed the people running it who would and who would not cooperate with their predetermined conclusions. For all of the parties involved in the cover-up, their visible complicity made them trustworthy to each other. What if Bush and the Secret Service played their part perfectly? What if Mossad hadn't proclaimed its complicity? What if Silverstein hadn't said, "Pull it"? What if there had been no insider trading? If these elements were removed, the fact of controlled demolition that proves the official story is a lie would still remain, and there would still be the military stand-down. It would still be a provable fact that the official story of September 11 is a lie. But who would we think was responsible? If there wasn't this clear evidence where such an investigation might lead, maybe enough people would have demanded answers and gotten to the bottom of it. The evidence linking Israel, the neocons, and the Republican Party to the September 11 attacks assured that the cover-up would go ahead as planned. So this powerful evidence, which seems to have been not carelessly but deliberately left for us to find, was not a series of stupid or arrogant mistakes. They were deliberate, pre-planned actions to coordinate the cover-up. They were the means by which the official story was sealed. By creating a situation where the truth would incriminate so many people that it had to be denied. And now that you know, what will you do?
The towers fell and the lies spread. There were no hijackers, an inside job. The invisible Air Force, no questions asked. A rubber stamp for endless war. Perpetual fear as control mechanism. Maybe it's all bunk. Hold me, We are the enemy. The wells dry up. The kill-off begins. Distraction and disinformation allow the elite to prevail. Ghettos swell while gated communities become fortresses. Hold me, help me, give me the eyes to see. Hold me, help me, we are the enemy. Draconian laws from the terrorist myth. A new, more brutal fascism descends. Bin Laden is Goldstein.
This is a call to arms, a call to the information war, to wake up your friends, your family, people in your community, your churches, your universities, your schools, and to realize what we're facing. My friends, the evidence is absolutely overwhelming and cannot be denied. All you need to do is check out all the information we have presented here. Look at elites throughout history. Their pleasure, their enjoyment is feeding upon populations, controlling them. We're dealing with control freaks. You have to learn about human history. You have to look around you and study the systems of power that surround you and get outside the paradigm, outside the box, and educate yourself on these facts. Then you need to begin to educate others and to resist this system. And whatever you do, never turn in your firearms. We're trying to fix these problems peaceably, but we do have every right to defend ourselves and our families from this tyranny. Because you see, this is a warning to everyone. If we are unable to defeat this New World Order, the terror attacks are going to escalate. They're going to get worse. Until they are loving saviors just taking our rights away for our best interest. They're the bloodthirsty, evil tyrants that they are in the minds of the men and women out there. And then their illusion is shattered. But if you don't shatter that illusion of control, it's over for America. It's over for the world. And it means absolute, total dehumanization. We need Paul Reveres all across this country, black, white, old, young, to fight for this republic and against these slave masters. God bless you all.
Mr. Hamilton, I had a quick question for you, sir. I'd spoken with you on C-SPAN about a month ago, and we talked. We talked about Israeli policy.
We'd like to.
Yeah, but why are we addressing the gorilla in the room? The gorilla in the room is U.S. support for Israel. You had made a mistake earlier. You had said that the Israeli-Palestinian dispute wasn't addressed in the 9/11 Commission report. I beg to differ with that. On page 147, it is stated that the plotter of 9/11, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, was driven to attack us not because of radical ideology, as Prime Minister Blair, because of U.S. support for Israel. Why aren't we addressing that, sir?
All right, sir.
You got Mr. Bamford's book from me, James Bamford's A Pretext for War book. It conveys that we were attacked, and then you have Mr. Ross up here, who's basically affiliated with the Israeli lobby, AIPAC.
This is a conversation that you and I ought to have, but let's not take the time of our resource people. May we go to the next question, please? Thank you very much.